What is the stupidest thing that you have ever done when you were, I guess ever, but when you were a kid? I have a good story. Do you guys want to hear mine first?
Of course I want to do it so I can think.
So when I was... the stupidest
when it starts like that.
It's just like, I think back on it, I'm just like, I was such a dummy.
Yeah.
So this was last week. No, I'm just kidding. so I was a little, when I was a kid, something that my family would always do is we would have barbecues and stuff like that, and we had the old Weber grill, you know, the circular one that had like the metal top, and then it had the smoke, the three prong, not prong, but the three holes that you could kind of like, you know what I mean, open and close.
This is already starting out great,
right? So that was something that we would always grill, whatever, you know what I mean, just family cookouts. So we would always do that, and as a kid, I remember my mom would like open the thing to let the smoke out, or like close it to let more heat, keep more heat in there, but whatever, right?
She's a super chef. She knows what she's doing.
I didn't know what happened. So I was a kid, and like we were grilling some steaks, and I remember I was like, man, I want to see the smoke come out. So I went and I grabbed it, and it burnt the crap out of my fingers. Like the crap out of my fingers.
Probably hours at like 500 something degrees.
Yeah, it was terrible, man.
Hours.
It burnt so bad, and like to this day, I'm still so scared of just touching things that are hot. Like seriously. And then, but the worst part was yeah, exactly. Like if I cook something and I'm about to clean the pot that I just used or pan, like I'll like make sure that I ran cold water over it for like 30 minutes when I'm just like, this thing's not hot anymore. But so I remember I was a little kid, so I was like crying, and they took me into like the bath or whatever, and like had me run it under cold water. And then my older brother, he was like, my oldest brother, he was like, what you should do is run it under really cold water and then put on hot water. You feel better. And then in my head I was like, well, yeah, that might work. So I cold water and I'm like, this feels really good. And then hot water, I was like, ah! It was like even worse. And I was just like, why? And he thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Oh yeah, he's like standing there watching.
And I was just like, why would you do that? And
that could possibly be worse than that.
It was terrible.
It actually can.
It hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. I remember I was so traumatized because I knew that the next day I had a field trip and I was really excited about it, and I was like, I was still able to go, but like,
you're gonna have
my fingers hurt so bad the whole time. But that's probably the stupidest thing I ever did as a little kid.
I go now?
Yes. Yeah, you go.
Okay,
you go.
Let me start off with this. Do you know the nail guns that they nail into concrete?
Yes.
That was perfect.
The nail gun, and it's used gunpowder.
And you nail in wiener.
It uses so there's these nail guns that construction workers use, and it nails into concrete. It uses a gunpowder charge that actually comes in like a little plastic.
See, the amount of knowledge that you have on all this stuff. For me, I'd be like, it makes noise and
it go boom.
It go boom. You always know how things work. I never know how things work.
Well, it's jack of all trades, master of
yeah.
So it's basically a little thing of gunpowder charges that are encased in metal for a nail gun to use so that they shoot into concrete. They left them all over the construction site that I was skateboarding at, and me and my friends were basically building half pipes there like all the time because they just didn't care. This was before they put like chain link fences around
when they were riding with stones.
In San Diego, they used to never put chain link fences around the construction sites. Anyhow, for some reason, I'm not knowing what it was, I took a nail and I pounded it with a piece of wood onto the gun, basically a gunpowder charge for a gun, basically. And it's encased in a little brass encasement, little kind of like capsule thing. All that stuff just blew off. Fortunately, the wood was like in front of my face. One went inside this pinky finger, or no, this ring finger right here, and there is still metal in there today.
Oh god.
Right there. When do deadlifts can still feel.
Crap.
There was another chunk that went in this thumb, shot up, and then back out. It just went right through.
In and out.
And then when I went home, I don't remember where the other chunk was, but I had to pull it out with pliers. And I was a kid. I was like,
it's merely a flesh wound.
I was pretty young. And then I remember my mom's friend was like, his ring finger is swelling a lot. Let me really look at it for a while.
No, it's fine.
And then like she looked right here, and then she asked me like what I could do, and then she felt around. She's like, you have something in there. It shot in your finger. My finger was bent, so the metal went like that in, and then it stopped at the bone and just quit there. Damn. Still have it today.
That could have missed your finger and went right into your eyeball.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, total retardation. It's terrible. Stupid idea. Don't play on construction sites.
Yeah, and don't touch hot oven things.
No. What's yours? Go.
That made me think of this other one that is perfect for this.
Oh, you had one, but then I brought you to another.
This was even.
You are so good at what you do.
This was stupidier than the other stupid one.
All right, here we go. I like this.
So I was like 13, maybe like 12, 13, something like that. We used to go out to the desert all the time with like a group of people at church, or something like that. So it'd be like a little camp out, cookout, dudes.
It was going a bad way, but then you said it was with church. So I'm like,
so it wasn't.
There
was no banging or drugs. So this gets better. It gets better. So we're all doing our thing, right? We were like shooting out there and like doing all this crap, but you end up at the fire at the end of the night, right? And there's always the campfire, and then there's the adult fire, which is like hopefully 7 leagues that way. Don't want to see the parents.
Don't
get the hell out of here. You're boring as hell, Mr. Cooper. Get out of here. So we have our fire. There's about 6 of us dudes there, and we're just like chilling and making fun jokes and stuff. And I'm like,
this is going bad.
Hell yeah. You know what'd be really cool, man?
If I jump over the fire, is that what it is?
No, dude. I took my flashlight, I unscrewed it, took one of those big ass.
I've never heard.
Big ass batteries, bro. And I told everybody at the fire, I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna toss this battery in.
Like a D battery, like a big one.
Big battery. Nobody said no.
No, well, dude, we're all like 12, so I was like, everyone's like, yeah, pyrotechnics. Tossed it in there, dude. Nothing happens. We all thought it was gonna immediately explode, right? So we're all like, kind of.
And then you sit next to the fire.
And all these dudes, I didn't. I was like, dude, that thing's still in there. But like everyone else is still kind of just like chilling. And then some people get close to the fire, and then everyone just kind of forgets that it even existed. And I'm still like very aware and looking at the fire. No one else cares anymore. I'm the only one caring. And then all of a sudden, that's what you hear, like this crazy high pitch, like, and then nothing for a second, and everyone's like, oh crap, okay, so the battery exploded. And then all of a sudden you hear, dude, I shouldn't be laughing right now. He's fine now, so that makes it okay. Dude, the battery literally exploded and hit this kid's face like this, but he had glasses on, dude. That was the only reason he didn't go blind. Like, seriously, this is not a funny story.
This is just a branch off of mine. Real close to mine there.
Dude, God. So you almost committed murder is what you're telling us. Like you almost murdered someone.
The side of someone's face.
Oh my
melted
God.
it right in there. Dude, I remember we were all like, don't tell any of the parents, bro. And he didn't tell anybody until the next day. And then he was like, this is pretty fucking painful. So all he ended up happening was just he had 1st or 2nd degree burns. They went away, he never had scars or anything. But it was just so close to the eyeball, man. And we're just like,
he is scarred for life, though.
Yeah, I bet.
Mentally.
Any battery he's
never ever
scares him.
If it comes up on his cell phone, he's like, oh, what are you guys doing? If it comes up bonfire, throws it down. How about bye?